What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today this is the second part to a three-part series in which a couple days ago I uploaded a video titled How to Write a Universe Mode. Now today we're going to kind of implement that, and we're going to do how to film a universe mode. So what we ended up doing, what we actually ended up coming out with is we ended up doing Backlash, right? And we had, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Finn Balor all compete. Actually, let's do Clash at the Castle, because I feel like that's what we were kind of going down. Either way, though, today, what you want to do, setting up a match. We're going to do Clash at the Castle. Setting up a match, you want to mess with some sliders. That's more of preference. But for a match, like a premium live event, you want to have the entrances on, usually, unless you have some specific shenanigans go on, and all that. So, but also, as for time wise, what I like doing is I like to make my matches a little longer. I like doing normal, and then I like doing slow. But for this, we're going to do fast on both accounts, just so we can keep up the pace, and I'll show you guys how to do some other stuff as we spectate the match. You guys, this is more a bit of like preference. You guys can go in, you can mess with whatever it is you want to mess with. You could be Seth Rollins or Finn Balor to control that, get the match that you specifically want. For me, though, I like just spectating, unless it's a big time match that I need some specific things to happen. But yeah, so you'll go in, you'll watch the entrances, as this is all recording. And here comes Seth Rollins. But yeah, that's what you'll kind of get, is you'll get that sort of style, as I want to do this part in 10 minutes, and then I want to do the promo part in also 10 minutes. So for this matchup, how to film, it's pretty easy for the most part. You can make it easy, or you can make it difficult. I know what Super Kick Theory does is he actually went in and he showcased a bunch of different stuff. But if you were to watch like his SmackDown compared to like my Raw, his SmackDown is a lot more produced. Like, he'll have a bunch more camera cuts, and he'll have different stuff and shenanigans and whatnot. But either way, and like you can, for the most part, I'm going to skip these entrances from here, just so you guys can get the point, but usually you want to watch all the way through. But in the match, as this match starts, here we go, Charles Robinson. But yeah, in the match, what you want to do is, there's a bunch that you can go about it. Like, what I like doing is I like just doing some of the bigger moves. Like if Rollins were to go for a curb stomp, or Balor were to go for a coup de grace, I like doing big time moves where I change up the camera angles and all that. So yeah. Okay, just as a little bit of just to showcase the highlight reel point of it. You press start, you go into highlight reel. What you do is you hold in LT, to get to the starting position that you end up wanting to, right here, and then you press the left bumper. You click to change the camera angle, and what you want to do is, you can see the top right of my screen where it says the gamer tag. You want to make sure that you zoom out far enough that it doesn't hinder it. And what I also like doing is I like just to preview it real quick. And then what you do is you press start. You don't want to press highlight reel clip. Highlight reel clip is more so for the in-game, creating a video. So you want to do video clip. It'll just play through it. You can also, if you want to do some promos, you can mess with that. Get rid of the ref or whatever, But yeah, you could do some slow-mo if you want to mess with the replay and all that. So, but a good portion of that I'll cover in like the promo, or what I'll cover it up is I will cover it in the editing portion. So, but to preview this, you just press X on Xbox controller, and then you'll just go in and you'll see this camera angle. Okay, and then what I like doing is I like changing it up for pinfalls, or I like changing it up for like big time, like dives to the outside, dives off the top rope, just some of the higher points in the matchup. And yeah, but if you don't end up wanting to do it, you could just do the straight up raw footage and like just keep replaying it until you get what, you know, the result you want, or you can play the match itself. But make sure you go into the presentation and turn all that off, you know, just for a cleaner look. You don't want the Superstar HUD or the reversal prompts and all that on there for a more WWE style. But when it comes to trying to figure out WWE sort of wise on what to do, is you could just go in and watch a typical Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, whatever, and just see the little things that they do. Like, years past, they had pyro at the beginning. That's why I wanted to incorporate pyro into mine. The Clash of the Castle recap at the beginning of episode 4, that's what they do after, like, a big premium live event. So I wanted to incorporate that. So you just pick and choose what you want to incorporate, and the more you do, I feel like, okay, but before I do anything, the more you do, it's whatever you want to do. This is your universe mode. Have fun with it. This is just, you know, a bit more of help for the people who want to. So, if you were Finn Balor at this point, you don't want to, or if you were Seth Rollins at this point, you want Finn Balor to kick out, actually kick out, you go to controller assignment. What you do is, I just figured this out, thank you, Superkick Theory, but you can become Seth Rollins using the control feature. What's it called? Controller assignment. Go up, press A. What I figured out is, if as soon as you press B and then go down on like the D-pad, they will kick out, as you witness. Just like that. And it's only a 1 count, so you can have people like no sell, and then you'll pause it, you'll go into controller assignment, all that, and then B. And then there you go. Now they're fighting again without, you know, any mess ups. I do find it difficult that CPUs don't usually like doing what you want to do. But also, since Finn Balor, this will help a little bit more, showcasing a different feature that I like doing. Superkick Theory doesn't do it as often as I do, but you want to get the angle right, and then you press A to change the target. I like going on. So since Finn Balor got busted open there, what I like doing is, I like putting Balor more so in like the middle of the frame, while also making sure that we're far back enough so that when cut off, we're good. And then I don't want that. So let me do that. I'll cut it off, go to video clip, and then press X to preview. And then we're going to edit it, what you can also do, slow-mo. And then if you were to have some sort of replay, as my phone goes off. But yeah, if you were to have some sort of replay, you can just watch this. Boom, you can see Balor gets busted open, right? And that's just a little bit here and there. That is just a little bit of what you can do. And for the match-wise, like I said, sometimes when you're controlling somebody, it pops up no matter what. So if you end up kicking out, or if you're in a match, I would say, if you want to get like the pin meter, for example, if you're controlling Seth Rollins, if you want, okay, then Finn Balor. If you're controlling Finn Balor, you hit the 1916, you go for the cover, but that little pin meter's there. If you don't want that there, before you go for the cover, hit the 1916, pause it, go into controller assignment, and then go down, and then go make sure the CPU, typically after a finisher, they like covering, so, you know, that's something you could do. But either way, this was the match portion of the filming section, and for the most part, you know, it's pretty standard. I just showed you pretty much what I go through. I'll watch a match, I'll do as many cuts as I end up doing as well, and then yeah, pedigree. But yeah, I just go in, do some cuts here and there. I do the important cuts as Finn Balor kicks out. But what we're actually going to end up doing is we're going to end up quitting the match, and then I'll see you for how to set up a promo. And for promos, what you end up wanting to do is you want to set up a one-on-one match. Extreme Rules, using any arena you want. Extreme Rules is just so that if you have one person that needs to speak, that the other person won't get counted out, essentially. And I already kind of made a video on how to do backstage segments, but filming wise, let's do this. Okay, and then I gotta mute my TV so that, you know, recording. Okay, and then the specials, I'm just fixing them right now for later on, but it is what it is. What you want to do is you want to actually, for the promos, is you want to take control of both people. Yeah, we'll do Cody Rhodes, and then what we'll do is we'll do Roman Reigns. Granted, they won't be in promo gear. That's something you kind of have to get by. Entrances, if you want the entrances on, you can go through and like cut it midway through. If Cody is cutting a promo, you can go midway through, cut that promo in half, and then cut that entrance between Cody and Roman in half, so that you will also get, you know, you'll end up getting the effect you want for the most part. So I'm starting the match. I'm going to turn the entrances off, but you know, that's something to keep it back in your mind. We're just setting up Raw, Cody versus Roman Reigns, Extreme Rules match, and I will show you. I'm going to kind of show you how I go about it. So what you want to do first, you want to put Cody in your position, and then you want to get Roman Reigns out of position. Okay, Roman Reigns, you could put him literally anywhere, it doesn't really matter, because there's something that, you know, could take him out. Okay, so Cody, the fact is, when you are doing some sort of highlight reel and you want a clip at the specific camera angle, you have to wait 30 seconds. So this is going to be me a bit of rambling on for 30 seconds. With this whole series, we got part 1 done with writing. Second part is filming. Third part is editing, and I might have a 4th, maybe 5th part of just how I go about creating logos, or arenas, or like attires or whatnot. Just creations in general. If that's something you guys want to see, drop down in the comments below. But also for promos, you know, you probably want to go in, create a superstar, make the promo, attire, and all that. So yeah, okay, I feel like it might be 30 seconds. So what you do, go into highlight reel. Highlight reel is going to be your friend in this entire journey. So Cody, he just made his entrance. He is standing in the middle of the ring. You can have him do any sort of any sort of taunt. Go to video clip, like I said. Press X. Actually, for different camera angles, it'll be a bit more apparent. But you go to Alpha Mask when you're in this trim menu. Press Alpha Mask. Get rid of Roman. Get rid of Cone. Sometimes they'll have you keep doing it. So just make sure Alpha Mask is on and it's who you want. So then you press Preview. And then it's the full 34 seconds. It is the full 34 seconds. And you'll just preview all this until this pops up. It'll be at the end though. And then what you do is you can change your camera angle. I like getting a front-facing camera angle. I press preview. Make sure Cody's head and, you know, his feet and stuff are inside the shot at least, because it's very similar to how you do the match. Is you want to make sure that back button is out, and you want to make sure your gamer tag's out, just for cleanliness. Or at least that's how I do it. And then Cody, and then what you'll do is, as you can see, John Cone just disappears, and I'm going to get a far out shot strictly so you guys can also see Roman Reigns also disappear with this Alpha Mask. So boom, you can see on the left Roman Reigns did end up disappearing. So yeah, that's essentially it. And what I like doing with the entrances is, if you want to have somebody do an entrance, you can turn Cody, right? Someone does an entrance, you can cut it midway through and have them go in however you want. They can have them walk in, boom. The only bad thing is they get into a weird stance, but for keyboard, you can press X, or for controller, you can press the left bumper, and then these two are staring down at each other. But what you want to do is this, you don't want to end up waiting too long and losing Roman Reigns entering the ring. So if he's entering the ring, it's kind of difficult to get around messing with that. So what you do is you cut it all up, just like I said. Cut it all up. Make sure you go around and try previewing it. I didn't walk in a straight line, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to cut it right there. And then I'm actually going to mess with that a bit more, get a better angle. And then video clip, you'll be putting the Alpha Mask. You make sure you want to get rid of John Cone so he's not in the ring when you don't want him to be. And then you press X. Here comes Roman walking in. He does everything you actually want him to. You know, everything you just set up. And then with the promos is, I like doing this. You can have them do a taunt. You can, you know, do whatever and just figure out the taunts. Mess around a little bit. Experiment before you actually record. Especially with people you're going to use a lot more. Like Roman Reigns. His crowd taunt is like a Superman punch or whatever. You're like getting ready for the Superman punch. So you just kind of want to get and feel the rhythm of how they do it. And if you want to incorporate the taunts, then you can do so. But it's essentially just sitting here waiting for 30 seconds. And then what you want to do is you can go in, you can edit, and that'll be during the editing section, which will probably end up being our biggest video out of the 3, just because there's so much editing-wise that you can do or cannot do, whatever you want to end up doing, strictly because this is your universe mode. I feel like it has been 30 seconds, but, you know, we'll see. Okay, you want to get, for me at least, like I said in the backstage one, is I like, if there's 2 people, I like to just have them look at each other. And if they're midway through a motion, like Roman Reigns was at the beginning, you probably should wait, just so it's easier whenever you duplicate the thing for that specific angle, so you're not stopping them midway through an animation. That's what I was getting at. But yeah, as you can see, Cody and Roman, they're right below the gamer tag. And I've done it so much that, you know, it's like second nature. And like you can do it quick enough. Just, you know, snap of a finger. But yeah, essentially. And then what I like doing is because when you're watching a movie, people like getting these over-the-shoulder shots. It's one of the more popular shots as a director. Alpha Mask. I don't know if Cone was on last time. Either way, you want to just make sure Cone is gone, or your referee is gone and out of there. But yeah, they like having these over-the-shoulder shots as well, and they like jumping back and forth. Roman's head will be cut off. But we're not focused on Roman here. We're focused on Roman's sort of point of view, but we're focused on Cody and how he's talking and how his mannerisms go. In his emotions, as you can see, he was getting a bit furious there. But that's what this is all about. And what I also like doing for promos is at the end is I will go in, I'll zoom in on a crowd, and I'll just let it play out for 34 seconds, you know, so you can have those crowd cuts just in case. And then I also like doing one for Cody. So right now we're focused on Roman. Roman's underneath. Bow. Now this is good, you know. And also with the animations, you want to make sure that Cody and they're not getting in the way of the shot. Like Cody was getting pretty close to doing so there, but yeah, that's essentially what filming is. This is like the bare bones filming. Honestly, you can go in, you can do universe however you like. This is how I like doing it, and this is how I end up filming universe mode and Superkick Theory. Superkick Theory actually taught me, so why don't you go over, subscribe to his channel. He's the reason why I'm making universe mode content. And then what you want to do is sometimes actually the crowd will become blurry, so just make sure you zoom in a bit more. Then you can click and press preview. Crowd, it doesn't really matter to make short, but either way, you're going to be zooming in for the Powerbomb ink in the back and all that. So yeah, this is essentially it. You can also, I'll have Roman or Cody, I'll have Cody do like a move to Roman and show you how you can mess with that as well. You know, just in case that's what you end up wanting to do. But going back then, is you'll go back, and then what you can do is you can have them bow. Right? Okay. And then what you can do is you can just have a full-blown attack. This is also kind of an attack promo, or attack. But you want to do it before the motion. You know, actually depending on your shot. And then for this, I will actually center it onto Cody. Have him kick him, slap to the face. Make sure I back up so you can see the full motion. And then, you know, like I said, just make sure you cut. When you're in the trim menu, start point. Start point and end point. You know, it ends up working out quite well. Press start, video clip. You can do the alpha mask since, you know, cone. And then just press preview. Boom. So midway through the promo, Cody kicks him in the groin and then slaps him in the face. And then, you know, you could just have him leave. As, you know, he doesn't really want to leave. But either way, you could just have him leave. And if that doesn't end up working, since that time it was like a little bit of a botch there, you go back. And then you just have Cody leave anyway. You just redo the setup and all that. So then going back, highlight reel. And during the editing portion, I'll go in and I'll make sure that I'll make sure that, you know, this is what we edit. That's what we end up editing. Also, having a different camera angle also helps in the sense of your cuts not being that big of a deal. And press X to preview. But yeah, so like that cut, they're definitely not in the right spot, but it'll help make it feel like they're in the right spot if they're not, or if it's a different camera angle, you know, and it's a real quick clip. But yeah, that's essentially all. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have any more questions. This is how I film Universe Mode. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you go down below. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I believe the writing one has already surpassed 1,000 views, so thank you all. Really, you know, means a lot to me that you guys care enough to watch. So yeah, go down below. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. What else? Oh yeah, let me know if you guys want to see some creations and like how I go by creating stuff. So do all the fun stuff. Have a good day. Have a good night. Whatever the time is for you. And goodbye.